What's up with this modest journey anyway? Since when was modesty was a journey? It's not something you start and then get through it. Hey sister girl, hey sister girl. We are back. Welcome back to Addio Vendetta YouTube channel. We want to do the most when the camera start rolling. Like, anyways, we are gonna address everything. Okay, we are addressing everything that is modest. Are you ready? Okay. First thing first, modesty is always going to be from faith, right? It's always going to be from God's point of view, not our own thoughts, not our own heart, our own feelings, nothing, none of that, okay? It's always going to be from how God views it and what He said in His Word about it. Now, I'm not no preacher, and we are not sent to preach. Okay? Like it. But yeah, we're not sent to preach. So there won't be no scriptures given. There won't be no explaining of the scriptures here. But you can go to the scriptures and read for yourself what the Lord talks about concerning us and how we should adorn ourselves and what we shouldn't wear and how we should look, right? Okay, we all know those scriptures. Let's not act like we don't know what the scripture is, because we all know what the scripture is. But we're not here for that. We're here for addressing what it is that we're supposed to be wearing and what is not modest. Okay. Now I'm gonna put in here. Let's put the world's Google in other terms, or in other words, Google's explanation of modesty, right? Now, since the correct term for how you dress, how you dress is moderate. You're dressing in moderate fashion. That is what that is when you are not fully modest, right? So here's the difference. Okay, we're gonna read it here, which I actually have to get. Come on, Snoopy, get out the way. So, modest clothing prioritizes covering skin. We're not going to read that because it's more than just knees, it's more than just shoulders, it's more than just cleavage. Okay, but we're going to get into that later. So, modest clothing prioritizes covering skin with loose, non-revealing garments driven by faith. And we're not going to say personal comfort because it's nothing to do with you. It's about what the Lord said. That's what y'all got to remember. Okay. So, and then moderate clothing focuses on finding a balance in style, avoiding extremes of being overly revealing or excessively conservative while prioritizing partiality. That is a clear explanation of how y'all be dressing. Okay, y'all don't be dressing modest. Y'all just trying to cover up a little bit and show less skin. That's what y'all are doing, and that is progress considering how the world is now. And right, okay, so that's progress. It's not that's not downing your progress, but it's just like, don't get up on here and say you're dressing modest when you're not. You're dressing in moderate fashion. That's the issue, and that's what we're gonna address here. Okay. Now, next we're gonna go into the key differences between modest and moderate clothing. So, defined by minimizing skin exposure and avoiding tight body hugging silhouettes, it is deeply rooted in cultural or religious traditions. We're not going to say cultural because this is from a religious standpoint, because it's from the Lord. Like, this is out of the Holy Scriptures. Like, this is not something that the world made up. This is coming from God, how He expects us to be, right? And then moderate clothing focuses on middle ground. Favoring practical, comfortable, and breathable fabrics. It seeks to balance personal style with comfort rather than adhering to specific religious coverage standards. Okay. Now, what else? Coverage levels. Right now, we're getting deeper. So generally, modest generally covers shoulders, cleavage, knees, uh down to your elbows, okay, or the full arm, all the way down to your ankles. And if you don't have it all the way down to your ankles, at least to the calves. And if it's gonna be to the calves, you need to have stockings underneath. Okay, we're not showing nothing, right? And then what else? We don't wear makeup. Wait, before I jump into that, let me finish reading this. Let me getting all of it. All right, it often avoids sheer fabrics and focuses on flowy, structured silhouettes. Moderate might involve more skin exposure than modest, but avoids being overly revealing or pro. We're not just over it, okay? And then I don't really. Okay, purpose, modest, often about respecting oneself, honoring faith, or shifting focus from appearance to character. It ain't no or. Like it's honoring the Lord. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the world is putting its own twist on what the Lord has already set in His Word, which is the issue. Okay, and then moderate is aimed at looking polished without being too daring or too covered, allowing for ease of movement, right? And then styling, modest utilizes layering, which we do. We layer our clothing where you can, still have some sense of style in it to ensure coverage as well. And then moderate focuses on tailored pieces, and as noted, it's a happy medium between tight and excessively baggy. There you have it. Now you should not have no more confusion on what is modest and what is moderate fashion, right? These are modest examples. It's completely coverage down to the ankles. If it's not to the ankles, it's to like by the calves. And you should have on stockings if you're going to have on by the calves. Like there should not be anything showing. The arms are covered. If they are any type of short sleeve, it's to the elbow. Okay. Um, what else? We have gym stuff. Y'all be acting like y'all can't find nothing, but that stuff is out there if you do your research. You ready to search everything else, but you can't search that, huh? What? Do your research. We got some gym stuff. They still to the flow. Okay, you don't want to work out in this, then maybe you should work out at home. Now, uh, please, please stop dragging modesty into your worldly moderate fashion. Okay, now we're gonna have some more pieces of moderate fashion. This is what y'all literally be posting on any social media that you have and calling it modest, but it's not, as we already stated and looked it up, did our research, which you should have done. But this is not modest fashion. So again, not to downplay your progress of wanting to get to that point, but you're not at that point. Once you get to that point, then you can, okay, you're dressing modest. But until you are like fully committed, you're gonna call a spade a spade. You're not dressing modest, you're dressing in moderate fashion. It's just that simple. It is what it is. Like you can't just come on here and flip the script and claim something that's not what it is. Like you're lying and you're being disrespectful and you're slapping those in the face that, not those in the face, but you're slapping those that actually dress modest in the face. Like you're like, yeah, you're not like you're doing too much. Like this is modest, this is still modest. Like no, No. Okay. Now, we're gonna get into what is, because y'all love this, makeup, right? Since modesty, according to what the Lord said, right? We're not talking about modest in a world standpoint, because it didn't come from them. It didn't come from the world. It came from the Lord. So it's always going to be in His view. So if we are supposed to be shamefaced, right, and adorn ourselves in modest apparel, right? You know what shamefaced it is? Bare face. You don't have on no makeup, no false eyelashes, no eyebrows done. What else, y'all? Because y'all be doing a whole lot of stuff now. Okay, light makeup, what you call it, natural face, nothing to enhance what you already have, nothing to enhance what you would want on your face. That is that you're seeking attention. Okay, even if y'all want to lie to yourself and say, "Oh, it's for me, it's for me." If it's for you, then just leave it on your face when you're at home. Mm? If it's for you, it's not for anybody else to see, right? Mm? It's like saying, "Oh, my sense of style is for me." Like, no, you're styling because you know you putting it on and you're gonna get compliments. Like, let's not lie to ourselves like we don't. Like, come on now, like, grow up, be for real. So, yeah, that's nothing. Like with modesty, we're not wearing makeup like that. That's not within modest standards from God's point of view. Because you're saying, right? You're saying that you uh trying to get closer to the Lord, right? This is the standards of the Lord. This is not the standards of how you feel or what you think or what the world is saying. This is from the Lord. Let that sink in, because y'all get on here and y'all state these things and proclaiming all of this stuff, and it's not true. And then those that are truly seeking the Lord and trying to change and adapt, not adapt, but fully convert to the standards of the Lord and how He wants us to be as women and young ladies, young girls, right? They'll get on here and is trying to search for, like, oh, what would that look like? And then see stuff like this, like, look at the message y'all sending to them. Like, this is a lie. This is false. This is not modest. This is moderate fashion. You're still dressing like the world, but just showing less skin. And y'all run into this because y'all still want to be like the world. Y'all still want to be in the world and still look like it. But not considering the fact, not noticing that that is conforming to this world. You're conforming. You're not truly changing. You're just, oh, okay. No. And then, yeah, I'm not even going to get into that. But yeah. So next, jewelry. Not modest. That's another attention seeking type of attention seeking. I don't want to say, or object. Yeah, attention seeking object is object. So, bracelets, earrings, nose piercings, ear piercings, eyebrow piercing. Y'all apparently put it up there. Uh, uh dimples piercings, chin pier. I don't even know if y'all do that for real. I just over exaggerating, but yeah, like, you get the picture. Ankle bracelets, definitely one of those, and that's in the scriptures. But y'all don't want to talk about that though. Y'all want to sugarcoat stuff, and y'all want to still do what y'all want to do because you still want to be conforming to this world. And just admit, like, you know, just say you got to come up to it. Just say that. But don't sit here and claim proclaim that you're being modest and you're not, and you over here are causing confusion, being an agent of the devil, causing confusion, because that's not modest. So jewelry, it's like a distraction. It draws attention, and like, oh, like, you know, when you see a shiny object, you're like, oh, look at that, it's cute. Exactly. That's exactly what it does. And like, oh my gosh, I love your ring, I love your necklace, I love your bracelet. Like, where did you get? It's causing attention. Okay, there's supposed to be a difference. You're not supposed to be looking the same. There should be a distinction between the two, and there is. Y'all just don't want to claim it because you want to look a certain way and claim that you're modest. No, that's not how it goes, and that's how it never will go, according to the Lord. So, okay. Lastly is behavior, right? Because modesty has to do a lot within too. Y'all always talk about that, but when somebody correct you, you can't take it. What happened to your humility? I'm not knocking the progress. Like, it is definitely a progress considering nowadays, you know, you're covering up more. That is wonderful. That is not what we're addressing here. We're addressing that how you're addressing, you're calling it modest, and it's not. It is moderate fashion. That is the correct term for you. We have already addressed that, and now you know. So you go in here and you make another post saying how to be modest, how to start your modest journey. And what's up with this modest journey anyway? Since when was modesty was a journey? It's not something you start and then get through it. No, modesty is a standard from the Lord. Modesty is a standard from the Lord. Y'all get on here and y'all just run with whatever y'all see and don't do your research, and that's how y'all get in these type of situations where people is on your post and letting you know, like, this is not modest, like you're deluded. Oh, and I'm out here laughing because, like, y'all being disrespectful, even if you're not, you know, intentionally trying to. That's what it is, and that's what it's showing. So you're gonna get what you're gonna get out of that because of what you're putting out. So, you know, want to get on here and act a fool and think it's not going to be addressed. Enough is enough. I'm tired of seeing these posts. I'm tired of seeing people get up on here and lie and cause confusion. And then you put on your stuff how to be modest, how to start it, and whatnot, what to wear and whatnot. And then when people ask you simple questions, you can't even answer it. Oh my gosh, y'all always saying this. Oh, modesty is to each is different to each person. If the Lord had it that way, he wouldn't make no standard. It wouldn't be in there. It'll just say dress modest, and you take it how you take it. But he gave clear instructions on what we should wear and what we shouldn't wear. To end this off, let's not continue to act like we don't know what's going on, we don't know the truth. This is modest. That is moderate. End of discussion. I don't want to see no more. But yeah, let's do better. Let's do better. You gotta come up to, you know, the full requirement of being modest. That's where you are. Own that. Accept it. But don't stay there. Okay? Don't stay there. Continue to get closer to the Lord and not help, but allow him to continue to work on you and in you. Now that is progress, not a journey. Not something you gonna get through and you're done with it. It's a requirement. You're gonna always have to be like this. You know, if you wanna really serve the Lord and please him, not the world, not your feelings, not your heart, the Lord. So this will be the ending of this modest conversation, because this should be the last video you should have to look at. You shouldn't be confused. You shouldn't need to know what else, what not, whoop the whoop. No. And then I would do like a separate video as far as like where to get clothing, um, and things like that of that sort. And the different this video is mainly to address the fact that modesty is different from moderate. So that will conclude today's video. I hope this was very informative to you. And I pray that the Lord will give you some understanding, and allow you to consider this, because, truth hurts sometimes. And I get it. Some things I still have to come up to. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Join the family. We are growing by the grace of the Lord. I'll see you in the next video.